What's up, guys? Today we're going to be reviewing Slipknot's first album. So, let's go. Now, this is their first album, so don't really know what to expect. If they either hit her out of the park or there are people down. It's just whatever. But their first album is actually pretty good. It's good. It's definitely not for people who are just starting to get into like heavy metal, but you know, it's good. Their first song, "Sick." I have my notes. It's a solid 8 out of 10. I really like the emphasis on, or they emphasize the percussion because they have drums. They have drums, obviously, but they also have like big ass like conga drums, like, and they really put emphasis on that in like the opening and in the middle of it. There isn't really much that I dislike about it. It's just, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not good. It's good. Eyeless is a solid 8. It's an 8 out of 10. I really like the opening riff the opening guitar riff and the chorus. It's really funny because he says it weird. He says, "You can't see California without Marlon Brando's eyes." Marlon Brando is the guy who plays the Godfather. But what I don't like about it is the repetitiveness of it, or how much he repeats it. Because he says it like 5 times, and it's like a 2-minute song. He says, yeah, it's like a 2-minute song, which is too short for me. It's a nice looking car. It's like a 1950s car right there. Yeah, but it's just, he says it weird. It's just funny. But otherwise, it's a good song. Wait and Bleed is probably, Wait and Bleed is a good 8 out of 5. My only problem with it is in the beginning, he sounds very flat. Like he's not trying. And I know he is, because the rest of it is amazing. And it's too short. It's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Heavy metal songs are usually between 3 and 5. Or like 5 to 8. It's weird. I do like the drum fills. That's like a guitar riff, but for drums. And I do like those parts. It's arguably one of their most popular songs. You've probably heard of it if you're in the metal scene. But yeah, it's just a solid 8.5. Surfacing is weird. I don't mind it. It's a 7 out of 10. But just the weird sound effects that they put in there, or that they're in it, it's just weird. Like, why put that in there? But it does have a strong opening, like a really good opening, so that just makes up for it. So yeah, it's a solid 7 out of 10. Spit It Out is a 7.5. It's better than Surfacing, but it's not better than Eyeless or Sick. The opening riff is great. I love it. And the just chaotic rapping is good too, because he raps in it too, which is just kind of funny, because this is when nu metal came out, which is kind of the revival of metal, like trying to do stuff differently. Like Limp Bizkit, System of Down, Disturbed came out, so they all kind of have something in common. But what I don't like is the chorus. kind of says it weird. You would have to listen to the song rather than know what I'm talking about. But he just says it really oddly, and just after he says the name, it's just like weird. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it unless you listen to it. Tattered and Torn is. Didn't want to give it a low score because it really doesn't deserve it, but it is not good. I don't like it. It has vocal fry, which is a weird editing technique or a weird editing choice because it makes your voice sound like raspy. Damn, this roundabout is really long. It's really raspy, and you don't want to do it because it just sounds weird. Like, why would you want to do that? And the weird theremin noises. A theremin is what when movie people or people who make movies use to make like ghost sound effects. It makes those types of noises, and those sounds are in it, and it's just weird. I do like the ending though. The ending, like the drums and guitar riff, is pretty good. But it's sad that it's at the end. Like, you don't want that at the end. You want that somewhere in the middle or the beginning. Otherwise, who's gonna listen to that? Me Inside is a solid 8. It's good. The chaotic opening is really what drives it. But also, I don't like how it only gets it's kind of like Freebird by Leonard Skinner. Like, everybody remembers the last part of it, and nobody remembers the beginning. The opening's good, but after that, up to a point, it's not good anymore. Nobody will listen to it. And at 1:38 in the song, it gets good. But it doesn't get good up until that point. So, it's just a good 8 out of 10. Liberate is probably my favorite song on this fucking album. It's really good. It's really strong. It's just the opening riffs and just the lyrics too. It's just cool. And it's just great. I love it. It's a 9.5. It's almost perfect. Well, the problem is there is no such thing as a perfect song, so you can't have a 10 out of 10. Prosthetics, I don't really like it. I don't really have I don't really know how to explain how I don't like it. It just sounds weird. Like, it just sounds so meh. It just sounds weird. It sounds like some edgy 14-year-old trying to think, oh, I'm gonna be not like anybody else and just make this. It just sounds weird. It's a 6 out of 10. No Life is really good. It's fast paced. The opening riffs are great. I don't really have any issues with it, but it's a strong 8.5 out of 10. Diluted is funny because the things I like about it are mainly the percussion and drums and the keg. So they have a percussion section that's separate from the drums, and in it is a keg, like an actual beer keg that they just hit, and you can hear it. It just goes doink, 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 and it's just funny. But I really don't have any problems with it. I don't really have any problems with it. It's a solid 9. And only one is a 9 out of 10. Same with Diluted. The opening riffs and fills and the fast-paced nature of it really sell it. The only problem is that it's too short. It is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You have to have longer songs. If you want people to get engaged, you want to have longer songs. But you can't have it too long, unlike Scissors. I don't know if it's just my copy of the CD, but on it, it says the song is 19 minutes. But on YouTube and on Spotify, everywhere else it says 8 minutes. With lyrics, 8 minutes is too long. Without lyrics, it's perfectly fine. That's why Orion and Call of Cthulhu could work well for Metallica. They're long, and you have to sit through it, but there's no lyrics. Nothing to distract you, and I will get to Orion and Justice for All, because I have a bone to pick with Justice for All. This is too long, and it's just weird. Even if it wasn't 19 minutes, like, that's still too long. But yeah. So the scoring, or how I'm gonna score the whole album, is I just took the average of all the scores and just put it all together. So the total score is a 7 out of 10. It is okay. If you want a first album to get deeper into metal, this is it. For beginners, it's okay. No, this is not meant for beginners. For beginner people trying to get into metal, it's just too weird and chaotic. But if that's what you want, yeah, this is a perfect album. Slipknot is one of my favorite heavy metal bands. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. Bye.